Hey y'all, Chrissy O here from Chrissy O's Clucky Chronicles and ChrissyOShow.com website. Anyway, you saw this, right? It's an orange, navel, whatever. It's an orange, okay? So we got oranges, we got lemons, we got ginger, and we got strawberry. And we're gonna make, or attempt to make, some candy out of it. Candied orange peels, lemon peels. We're gonna work on that, and I'm gonna get that food dehydrator thing out. Yeah, I got that thing. Forgot about it. It's like, I think 2 years later. Hey, don't I have a food dehydrator somewhere? Found it. Gonna get it out of the box. I'm gonna take a little peeky peek at that today. So let's do a little bit of food and snacky stuff. Yeah, let's do that today. But first we gotta go feed some floofs. And I got some plain popcorn added to their snacky mixture today because they like plain popcorn. Won't hurt them. And it's a good fun snacky for today. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for reading the blog. Thanks for doing all that cool stuff and getting stuff from the store. I do heart y'all great big. So anyway, let's rock and roll and get all the floofs fed, and we'll catch up on all the good stuff. Then let's start on some good stuff. It's gonna make this house smell so much better than boxer farts. Sure is. Is there a reason why there's one piece of food right there at your little nose? None? You're just chilling in the sun right here in the hallway? Okay. You gonna help mommy make some stuff today, or you just... No. Alright. Okay. Well, I already give you your breakfast and your snackies. So you're good. You're so cute too. Look how pretty you are. Alright, go ahead and how about finish that last morsel of food? Don't forget my ducks. We toss the greens into them. We grow it. They're excited. We do a good chick mix, and they just enjoy snacking on it. Like I said, the grass pads and the little fodder boxes and things that we do, we have to cycle things out so not everything's coming out at one time. But we're working on it. We're absolutely working on it. And they love foraging through, and they just love eating everything. It's so cute to watch them though. I enjoy watching them. See which pieces they pick, which pieces they don't pick, what they like, what they don't like. I always brush my foot or something through it to make sure I ain't picking up a daggone snake, because I'm terrified of snakes, y'all. I just am, and you know, living out here in the woods and all this stuff, you don't never know what you're gonna get. Y'all be careful out there with all these snaky snakes and things and stuff, but we seeded all this mess out, so we're gonna take some of this. They love it. And they make the cutest sounds. I want you to listen. Alright, y'all, let's go ahead and show you what I got here. I got 4 real nice lemons. They're good size. You can tell they're real good size. And I got these oranges here. You can get any kind of orange that you want, but you know, we've got some navel oranges here. They're regular oranges. Make sure you remove the stickers. That's the first thing. So let's remove the stickers, and then we're going to wash them. You got to wash them. Get any kind of residue or anything off of it. Just, you know, wash them. Wash them good, and then sit them in a colander and let them dry. And once we do this process, we'll go to the next step, so you guys can make you some yummy homemade candies at home. Lemon peel, orange peel. I remember having these a lot when I was little, because my Granny Lorraine used to keep them in a jar, and it was so good. It was so good. She didn't buy chocolates and, you know, different types of processed, refined candies and sugars. She made her own. So let's copy what she used to do, and we'll teach you guys along the way. Let's wash. Alright, so basically this is what we're looking for. I try to get as much of that pulp stuff off of it as I can, and as much of that off this little skin on the inside, because all your flavor and your scent's going to be here anyway with the zest. It's still going to taste like lemon. It's still going to have the juice in it. You don't want it to be bitter. That's why we take all the stuff out and we do what we do. So that was your next step, is you peel all of your lemons. They should look about like this, okay? Then I just gently take my little knife, and I just scrape. And you can see what I'm doing. You just scrape it down to where it's kind of like that. You can see the difference. So you scrape it down and get it, all that bitter stuff, just like scraped off. And then that gets rid of any excess pulp or anything that you have on it. And there you go. You just, you know, scrape, scrape, scrape till you get it about like so, like that. That's about good enough for what I need it for. Then when you're done with this, you're just going to cut them into little strips. That's all. Or you can cut them into little squares. Doesn't matter. Strips, squares, whatever you want to do. I have some of each. These, you can eat the little squares when they're done, or you can eat those. There's a lot of things you can do, and a lot of different little shapes you can cut them in. Most people will cut them into thin strips because that's how, you know, we're used to seeing them, or we're used to eating them. You can dice them and make them into the cubes if you want to, but they tend to cook better and do better with these little strips. So there you go. Now we're going to do all of them. Alright, now, side note before we get into peeling lemons and oranges and making this candied lemon stuff, okay? So, I reuse my jugs. I wash them out, sterilize them really well with hot soapy water, wash them out several times so they're clean. This is one that I had before that had lemonade in it. If you can see, I've already got the sugar at the bottom of it. So I put about half a cup of sugar and a half a cup of honey, because that's how I'm used to making it and drinking it, you know. Put it in your jug, and your leftover pulp that you have after you get your peels, we're gonna squish that, and we're gonna make some homemade lemon and orangeade. So that's a little side tip for you. So what we've got so far is we have the lemon peel. They're in little slices just like that, and it's from 4 lemons. That lemon was the first one I did, and it just literally fell all apart. I did 4 lemons there. We're going to save this. We're going to put that in my squisher. Remember the squisher? And we're going to put it to this, and we're going to make some lemonade that I can put in the refrigerator with. So make sure you do this whole process like I showed you. That's what it's going to look like. Just like that. That's what it's going to look like, okay? And we're going to start boiling it. Now we're going to boil it to get the bitter out. That's all you're doing, is boiling to get the bitter out. So let's do the first one, and we're going to put it in our pot, and we're going to cover it with water, and let's boil this now. Strain it off. Start the process again. All we're doing is removing the bitters. We're going to do this twice. This is one. We're going to do it a second time. Alright, so this is the second one. I'm going to do one more to make sure that there's no more bitters in it. Some people like to boil it twice and strain. I like to do 3. It's up to you. Whatever you feel like. Alright, y'all, here's the fun part. So we've got 2 cups of sugar, 2 cups of water, and we've added our peels back. Now I'm just going to stir this just a little bit just to get all that stuff melted real good. Basically, you're just making you a really wonderful simple syrup on the bottom that you're not going to discard. We're going to keep that once we get all this stuff done. So I'm just going to stir it right here. We're going to get the lemon peels coated real good. We're going to put it on medium heat now. Alright, medium heat. We're going to put a lid on this rascal, and we're going to simmer this on medium heat for 1 solid hour. 1 hour. That's what we're going to do, okay? So 1 whole 60 minutes now. So let's just get that stuff stirred up in there, making sure that all of that sugar ain't sticking nowhere to the bottom. And it's just good, yummy, good stuff, alright? Now let's start simmering this rascal. Let it get simmered up real good. I still feel a little bit of sugar around there. Turn this heat up, get it to medium. We're going to simmer it, put a lid on it, leave it alone 60 whole minutes or 1 hour, and then we're going to come back. Alright, now I'm just using the funnel where I had my sugar in there. I'm going to put my little funnel in here. I'm going to get my squeezy lemon squeezer while the lemon peels are boiling, and I'm just going to take the pulp that's in here, put it over here at the top, and I'm going to squish all this down and get as much of that good juice as I can in it, and put everything I can in. I'm just going to keep squishing it and keep squishing it and keep squishing it until all the juice is out and nothing's left but pulp. Now you can use the pulp if you want to. My folks don't really like the pulp. I don't mind the pulp, actually. I kind of like it. So we're going to do all the lemons like this until we have literally nothing left, and I'm going to transfer this to my bowl of scraps. Alright, so I've washed my oranges. I have them here. Here's the peels. I got as much of that pithy stuff out as I possibly could. So I have all of this, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to boil them at least 3 times. Some people do it twice. You can do it twice if you want to. I boil mine 3 times to make sure all the bitter is gone. Then we're going to do the exact same steps. Boil it 3 times. Change your water out each time you boil it. Alright, now we've covered these orange peels with water. Same process. Peel the orange. Use the juice for orange aid. We got most of the pith off of it. We're going to boil these 3 separate times to get the bitterness out of it, okay? Here we go. Alright, this thing has just a few minutes to go. They're very pretty. They're very translucent. They're all simmery. They look really good. Everything looks really yummy, which is exactly like we want them. They're candying up real nice. So I'm going to open the lid and just let them finish getting translucent and doing what they're doing. Then we're going to take them out with this slotted spoon right here. Drain them. Going to roll them in some sugar and put them on parchment paper and let them sit for about 24 hours before I put them in nice little jars or use them. So there we go. Now moving over here, this has 4 cups of sugar in it and filtered water. These are all the orange peels, lemon peels, everything that I had left over, including a little bit of pulp. Because what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to boil it down, and I'm going to make a simple syrup with this that I can jar and use for later. I will strain it. It's going to be wonderful. Now once you drain them with the slotted spoon, all you're going to do is just sugar coat them. Just put them in some good old sugar. Sugar coat them. And once they're coated like you want them, because it'll stick to them, you know. Take them out with your little fork here. And just transfer it to your parchment paper. Alright, now these, if you notice, I cut my strips really thin because I want them to curl up as much as I can. Now some of them are going to be straight, but for the most part they curl up, and they're doused in powdered sugar, which makes them great. Now typically I like to let them sit for a good 24 hours before we taste them, but these taste just like the lemon drops, the old-fashioned kind that you used to get in the old pharmacies. I'm not talking about the hard candy now. I'm talking about the chewy candy that you used to could get. Some grocery stores down south used to make them, and they used to tell you that it was good, let them dissolve in your mouth. We used to get ginger like this, candied ginger, and we used to get these in old-fashioned sugar-coated candy. Most of the time it was in powdered sugar, but I'm out of powdered sugar, so all I'm using right now is the regular granulated sugar. So that's what I got going on. But this is what it looks like, and it'll candy it real nicely. It's real chewy. It is real good. And we're going to do oranges the exact same way. Alright, the exact same way. And I store the lemons and the orange peels together. Alright, now we're going to take this simple syrup that we made here in this pot, and it's thick. And we're going to transfer it and we'll pour it into a sterilized, clean mason jar. This is simple syrup now. We're going to reserve and use every stinking bit that we can. And I'm going to put the lid on it. And the little bit that I have left over, I'm going to save it and I'm going to go give it to one of my friends. Alright, this is some leftover reserved lemon syrup. You can always reconstitute it if it gets sugar crystals and thickens up a little bit too much for you. But I'm telling you, this is wonderful in basis for mixed drinks. If you like mixed drinks, if you like to bake, if you like to cook with anything using any type of simple syrup. And this is a lemon, so this is straight up lemon. And you can also use it at like when I run out of lemons to squeeze for homemade lemonade, I will use some simple syrup in it just to give it a little bit of extra lemon kick and a little bit of extra sweet to it. You can also drizzle this on top of any type of cupcakes, cookies, little cakes, little anything that you want to sweeten up just a little bit. It's good in tea, anything. I'm telling you, reserve your syrup. Don't ever not have enough syrup. It's some good stuff. Alright, so remember I told you we saved all of the skins from the leftover lemons and the leftover oranges, and we're going to make a lemon orange simple syrup out of this. So that's what we're doing. I am rendering this down for 1 hour with I think I've got 4 cups of sugar and filtered water in here. We're going to render it down until it gets really nice and really thick. Then we're going to strain it off into our wonderful jars. Put lids on them, and we're going to reserve them. Oh, look at the steam. Holy cow. Hey, y'all. Where'd you go? Alright, y'all. That's going to do it for today. Wonderful candied lemon peel and candied orange peel. Now, while I finish up on straining out my simple syrups and getting everything in the jars, you go get you some lemons. Make you some fresh lemonade with it. It's better to make it fresh. It doesn't take any longer to make fresh lemonade than it does for you to cook a meal for your family. Shorter time, okay? cook at home, make some fresh stuff that you're going to enjoy. This is absolutely precious. It's awesome. It's got a wonderful lemon flavor. I love it. It's so good. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing and following along. I'll make sure to get this recipe up on the website at chrissyoshow.com. I guess I'm going to see you the next time. We'll do some more cooking videos, some more homemade stuff coming up in the near future. In the meantime, I quack all y'all very much. You're so clucking awesome. You're flocktastic. So, bye.